Today, I want to take a look at Microsoft Flow and how to bypass execution with a go live date. So let's say you're creating a MS Flow and you want it to be effective somewhere in the future, but you're not quite ready for users to interact with it yet. You might come in and create a flow against a SharePoint list that runs for new and create, but you don't want it to execute now. You'd like it to happen at a future date, maybe after an application is released, after a site is migrated, some sort of future date. So when we come in and we make an automated cloud flow, we can go ahead and give it a name. And here we'll call this one travel approval when a new item is created. And we're going to hook that into our travel request list, which we have over here into SharePoint. And we'll go ahead and put in a URL to our site collection that we're working. Good. And from the URL, we'll pick out our list. So now we have our trigger, and we need to add an action step. Now for this, we're going to look at a conditional step, deciding should we bypass and not execute anything, or should we continue to execute the steps that need to be performed. So let's say we're sending an email. That's a common action we use a lot. We'll go ahead and fill that in. So here we have the send an email v2 with a subject, a body, and we'll put a link to the item inside the message. Excellent. Go ahead and save that. We'll put a gray box just above it, which is a bypass condition. And we're going to terminate not with failed, but with canceled. So the most common statuses you're going to see are fail and success. Cancel is kind of a special third option, and we'll be making use of that here as something that we intentionally exit the process early. So we're going to mark this as cancel. And over here, we're going to come in and do our conditions, get an expression on the left, which is formatting the current date and time. And we'll say if it is less than, and we'll bring in another expression for formatting a go live date. So today is August the 10th. Maybe you're launching your product somewhere like 8/13, which would be upcoming Friday, August 13th. So we can take that, put it in as an expression on the right-hand side. Excellent. And now they're both consistent. The reason we're using the format date time on both sides is it provides consistency for the comparison that both the left and the right are format date time. And with the expression on the left being today and the expression on the right being the go live date, the logic is essentially if now is less than go live. And if right now is less than the go live, we want to terminate with a cancel message. If we're after the go live, we can execute the logic that we've prepared for our app. So with a bypass like this at the top of your MS Flow, you now have a flow that can remain active, that you can develop, that won't actually execute for end users until your go live date, and you don't need to publish or update. You're kind of staging that go live date in the background, and then when the clock gets to that point, when the calendar gets to that point, we will flow automatically through our logic steps. Thanks for watching.